Hey guys, and welcome to a year in review from Funbase Alpha.
Let's listen to that song. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. A year in review. Wow. It flew by.
Hey guys, and welcome to another podcast. This is Nick, and with me is Ryan.
Always.
And today we're doing Funbase Podcast episode 43, a year in review, because it's already been, well, not quite a year, but it's the end of 2016.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good time for us to take a look at everything we've been doing in the last year.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody, because this is going to be the last one we're going to do for the year, and I know it's coming out maybe the day or two before Christmas.
And, like Hanukkah and,
No, I'm only wishing people a Merry Christmas if they celebrate it. If you don't, that's fine. But that's the wish I wanted to wish.
Oh, well, I'm not going to wish no Merry Christmas from me. I wish everybody a tip-top tet, and that's it.
That's not even a thing. What is that?
Tet's a thing.
A holiday?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that?
I don't know where it's from. I just know that it's a thing, and it's around Christmas.
Yeah, so mostly this week we're going to be talking about all the games that we played over the year on live stream, Monday nights at Funbase Alpha thing, which, by the way, just incidentally, I think that we should probably change the schedule a little bit, because it has been a huge... We'll get to it. We'll talk about how shitty the scheduling has been. But let's go ahead and get started with our normal segment, which is hot tips, but I wanted to revise it, and I thought maybe this week we would do hot cocoa.
Great.
But that was as far as that joke went in my head.
I like
except
hot
maybe saying,
cocoa.
hot cocoa! I mean, I'll drink it, but I really have no tip. Don't put marshmallows in my cocoa. If you're mailing me cocoa, don't put anything in. Just send me the powder, I guess.
I like some smashed up candy cane on it.
Okay.
A little peppermint.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice touch. Have you ever had hot cocoa that is not powdered or it's like straight up like hot milk poured over chocolate or something?
I've made cocoa from scratch.
Is that what I'm describing? It's
no,
just
it's
hot water
it's
poured
still
over
cocoa
chocolate?
powder with the appropriate amount of sweetener. But if you
cocoa
get
powder,
a really nice
yeah.
cocoa powder, it could be good. It is good.
Huh. Yeah, I could see that.
It's like making the good oatmeal. I love the good oatmeal.
Okay.
It takes like 45 minutes to cook.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink a lot of hot cocoa. That was a bad idea for hot tips, hot cocoa tips.
I had a good one with peppermint.
Oh yeah, no, that was great. Good job, you.
Thank you. Oh man, now I would actually really like a cup of cocoa.
If you could do me a favor and be disappointed in me, that'd be great.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Second segment, just to get it on the table here. It's what not to do this weekend, but I didn't bother to go look up any of the things that you're not supposed to do this weekend. And also, it's Christmas, holiday season weekend, so you're probably gonna have shit to do. But I did end up with what not to give.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Which we kind of did the opposite of holiday gift giving hot tips, but. I thought maybe we could talk about, what you definitely shouldn't be giving people this holiday season. And this is like a recurring theme. A lot of people, when I was doing research on this, is like really classic.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think that no one listening can tell what the fuck you're talking about, but you're holding up your fucking cup in front of the green screen,
I'm
and
6
it's
foot,
invisible.
3.5 inches tall.
And not very visually descriptive.
With brown hair. And I'm holding a cup up.
He said while smiling and looking upwards and to the right. What not to get this holiday? What not to give this holiday? Hygiene products. This is my number one thing. I don't think anyone should be giving anyone hygiene products. I don't care how fucking fancy your soap is.
What about bath salt?
Do people use that for actual hygiene, or is it just drugs?
That's more of a luxury thing.
Yeah, I just don't see myself using that for any
You don't take
any
soaks?
reason. No. What? Do you take soaks? I've never seen you soak here.
I would love to take a soak.
Okay.
I mean, when I can.
You could do it right now.
I mean,
should we pause the video
this,
and switch over? Now I've got the thing where I can get the camera on mobile and we can go over there and just be like, someone's in the tub with Ryan.
What would you classify that as?
It doesn't matter now because of the way that Twitch has changed, which we're actually going to talk about too.
Oh, great.
But we're still working on what not to gift. Here's a couple of good things I found. One of them is these things called wall monkeys. Yeah, they're basically color forms, but for any wall instead of a window. You know, big films.
Yeah.
But if you go on, I think it's Amazon, or you know, just go online and look for things while you're shopping, you can find these color form wall stickers of like so many different stock photo characters.
Yeah.
It'll be like angry grandma leaning over spilled pastries. Color form, 4 feet tall.
Why
for your
would you
room.
want that?
I really have no idea. It's like, at best, it's a gag gift, like,
yeah, but why are there so many if it's just a gag gift?
Probably because whoever's making them has a machine that you can just print out any fucking thing you want. You don't have to print out 500 of them and then try and sell those 500 grandma prints.
Yeah, and like if somebody orders it, they just print one off.
You just print one off, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I guess,
it's
yeah,
extremely
sure.
customizable.
I want one, kind of. I mean...
A weird color form?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll get you then.
For Christmas?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good luck on that shipping.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It'll be brutal. Like $32 1 week.
Oh, it doesn't need to get here by Christmas. I'm not worried about that.
Yes, it does, or else it's not special.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Christmas has rules.
Third item, and this kind of segues into what else we're going to be talking about for not giving, but there's a product called My Pet Fat.
Okay.
And it's like a 4-pound blob of false fat.
Do you wear it? Or you just
No, you just own it. It's like a pet rock.
Is it like that, like medical grade faux fat? That
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
like
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like ballistic gel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. 4 pounds of fat. How much is that?
4 pounds.
Yeah, but I mean like volume.
Oh, it's like, I don't know, it looks like it was
Soccer ball?
maybe about like a cereal box.
Oh.
Maybe, but like a little thicker, and like if you squished it up on the corners a bit. Anyway, the reason I found out about that one is because of another hot tip for what not to give.
Yeah.
It's gifts that make a point.
Oh.
Have you? I don't know. Have you ever received a gift that?
Oh, most definitely.
Or given
yeah.
a gift where someone was trying to make a point?
Sure. I
What-
mean, I can't, not off the top of my head, but it seems ridiculous to not have gotten deodorant or something.
Right. Well, that could be unintentional. See, like,
What about a care package?
yeah, that was the one that sprang to mind for me. Was I had the package that we got from someone that included like a bunch of hygiene products, and it's kind of vaguely insulting when really it's just incredibly generic. It's like, oh, people use hygiene products. It's like almost as useful as food, and I can't mail you food, so I'll mail you deodorant.
You can mail food. Tins of sardines mail just fine.
Okay.
And also, what if you're at camp and you get hygiene products?
Still not, I mean, if I'm at camp, I don't feel like there's, like, I already don't use shampoo and rarely use, like, bar soap. So it's like, what, deodorant? I mean, I'm in the woods. Like, I feel like you're allowed to be dirty and smelly in the woods. That's, like, why you go hang out in the woods.
No, they don't
'Cause
let
you're
you.
like-
They make you take hella showers at camp.
And they take away your cell phones?
Yeah, fuck yeah, they take away your cell phone. Well, I mean, I went to camp when cell phones were just a, new thing.
Yeah, I saw a discussion of this just recently where people were saying, yeah, you do get your cell phone taken away. You can have it for like an hour a day, but then you gotta leave it there. Because
Yeah. Are
A,
you
it's
kidding me?
distracting, and B, it's like a liability, to have
Oh, yeah.
a bunch of teenagers or
With
young
internet
adults
access?
with internet and cameras hanging out with a bunch of young kids.
Oh, the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just good, smart decision by camp management all around. Good job, camp management.
And also, you're at fucking camp, yeah.
Yeah, get off your fucking phone.
Yeah, seriously. Unless you're at, like, Minecraft camp, which would be awesome. I would totally go to that camp.
Yeah, who wants to go to Minecraft camp?
Well, actually, I wouldn't. I really enjoyed conventional camp.
Eh,
I woke up at 7 a.m. and then went and jumped in the ocean.
gross.
Like 4 days in a row.
Ugh.
For a badge.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. But that was why I found out about My Pet Fat, is because someone was giving that gift to their girlfriend to make the point that they had put on weight since they started dating.
Oh.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's so
Ooh.
heinous of a thing to do. I can't imagine.
Were they looking
it
for
being a true
props
story.
on the good gift idea, or where did you see this? That's crazy.
I don't know. I was just scouring the internet for bad gift stuff, gift giving tips or whatever, and
that is a. You're right.
Yeah, that's a horrible,
really
thing to
bad gift to give. I mean, to anybody, especially your girlfriend, to be like, "Hey, sweetie, you put on, a little bit of weight. Here's a big, fake, ballistic pile of fat."
Absolutely, it's horrendous.
Oh, cute.
I don't know. I haven't gotten a lot of people gifts over the years that I have paid like a lot of super special attention to, and certainly not evil attention like that. And for receiving gifts, I've always been really bad about it. So I tend not to spend a lot of time thinking about like gift giving. I think more about gift receiving, where I'm just not like, oh God, I really hope I get gifts, but like even I'm not stressing out like, oh, the holidays are coming, I better go out and get everybody things, and I hope I get them the right thing, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh God, the holidays are coming. Someone might try to give me something, and that's giving me anxiety, because then I'll have to receive it graciously and not fuck that up, And it's really hard for me for some reason. I just, I wanna be grateful, but I also want to be honest about how I like it. If somebody was like, if it wasn't a gift, if someone was like, we have this thing in a free box, would you like it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be insulting for me to be like, no, I already have one. Or whatever. But if it's like, I got this for you, it's like, oh, I already have one. Sorry, like, I don't want it. I already have one, or whatever. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just telling you the fucking truth. And so then I have to push all that down and just be like, thank you. But that comes off as curt and rude, and I'm just like,
wow, I had no idea that anybody could have such a problem receiving a gift. It's crazy. Just be like, just pretend like everybody's your grandma and you like your grandma a lot.
But it's so disingenuous.
Well, yeah, but like gift giving in that capacity is completely disingenuous. It's like, hey, it's Christmas. Christmas time's rolled around. The calendar has clicked over. It's time to care about everybody and give them gifts.
Yeah, fair enough. It's like, what was that thing you were saying before? Schlemiel, Schlemile, or whatever.
Oh yeah, Schlemiel, Schlemazel.
Yeah.
It's like, we all have roles to play in these little social games.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm finally starting to understand that, I guess, and it takes some strength of will for me to maintain character and be like, oh, thank you. Wow, gosh, this is really super.
Yeah, it's really super. Mm-hmm. It's super special.
Yeah, and thank you. What is the worst gift you ever received?
Oh, I don't know. I guess what comes to mind immediately is like one Christmas when I was probably like 10 or something, my mom got me and Kyle, my brother, this like each a gigantic box that was probably, I don't know, 3 feet by 3. It's a huge cube,
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, don't pick it up or whatever. And it was just there for a month, and we were both like, oh, what's in the gigantic boxes? And then, open it up on the day, and it's like an envelope with cash in it.
Oh. And she didn't want you to lift it because it was really light?
Yeah, she put some other shit in there, like just stuff from around the house.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it was just cash. And, first of all, it's, now that I'm thinking, it's really weird that my mom gave me cash as a Christmas present. Well, what is that? What am I, like her nephew? That's weird.
Yeah, I guess.
And then it's like, I thought it was going to be this great thing. And my imagination just really ramped that son of a bitch up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it could have just been the coolest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I understand what you're saying here is that, you built it up in a certain way, and it was supposed to be like, what could it be?
Oh, yeah, because the box was too big for a toy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the king of boxes.
Mm-hmm, like a refrigerator box or whatever. Something even bigger than that.
Yeah, for like to my scale now, it was like a refrigerator box. It was just huge.
I think that if she was aware that probably the way your mom could have flipped that would have been like, That's right, you were excited because your imagination was running wild, and with this money, you can get anything you can imagine that's under $50, or however much it was.
I thought it was one of those fucking Tonka, like, cars.
Oh.
Yeah. The, like, awesome, like, Jeeps.
How old were you?
I don't know, dude. Young enough to get one of those bad son of a bitches. Like, and I thought Kyle and I each got one. We were drag racing all over the neighborhood. And then it was, like, $50, maybe $50.
It's a Power Wheels that's of a truck that's designed to carry other Power Wheels. You know,
I always wanted one of those. Maybe I'll buy myself one.
An adult Power Wheels car?
That's a regular one.
That's just a car.
I have a car.
Oh, well, their dream come true.
Woo!
Your dreams came true and you didn't even know it.
Hey, and you know what? When I shift, I'm not doing turtle to, like, horse. I'm going first to fifth, baby. It was always like, yeah, you want to go turtle or hare? And it's like, what do you fucking think? Turtle? It's going too fast when it's hare.
Speaking of rabbits, I think the worst gift I ever got was in contrast to, interestingly, the story I told last week, I think it was, about my dad getting me the best gift that I'd ever gotten.
Yeah.
I think he also unintentionally got me the worst gift I'd ever gotten when I was about, I must have been like 15, and it was one of the last Christmases where my parents were really, like, getting me, you know, bundles of stuff and, like, make a Christmas list and da-da-da.
Yeah, like a real Christmas.
And I remember specifically my dad leaving the house one weekend day, to say, and he's like, we're going Christmas shopping, and I was like, oh, do you want to know what I want? He kind of gave me this, like, lean and wink and was like, I think I have a pretty good idea. And I was excited because I thought that meant that he understood that I really, really, really wanted an electric bass guitar that year. I was just discovering music and punk rock, and I wanted to be punk rock, and I wanted a bass guitar. And so when Christmas came, I was immediately skeptical because there was nothing bass guitar sized underneath the tree wrapped up. But he'd been known to fuck with me on that kind of thing before, so I just opened everything and was like, okay, where is it? You know, and it didn't happen. It was really just that stuff. And what I got was a lot of it was kind of cool. But it was like Legos and other, like, sort of constructy toy type toys, and a magic set. That's the speaking of rabbits. I got like a beginner's 94-piece.
94-piece?
Yeah, like it was like a big box or whatever. But
Do they count the playing cards individually?
No, but you know what I mean. It was just like it was like a kid's magic kit. Like
yeah, that's
starter.
A fuckload of pieces.
I know, but that's not the fucking point. The point is, like, I wanted this sort of adult, like, new hobby thing, and then it's like, here's a magic kit, like, I want you to get your ass kicked at school or whatever kind of thing. I'm a 15-year-old boy, like, trying to be punk rock. I can't have a like fucking 15. Magic kit. I was furious. I was absolutely furious. I was just like it was like spitting. It was insult to injury. It was like, not only did I not get my bass guitar, but it's like, clearly for you to even approach me with this magic set, like, betrays the fact that you don't have the first fucking clue what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I dwelled on that for a while. I, like, forsook Christmas after that for a little while, where I was just like, Christmas is just shitty, like, you know, and not because of what he did specifically, but because I was, like, so mad, you know. After that, I was just like, got my hopes up that Christmas was going to be anything, like, you know, but life is so crappy because I'm 15 and punk rock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just bullshit.
And you don't have a bass.
And I don't, I was 15, punk rock, and I didn't have a bass.
What the fuck?
Sounds like the beginning of a Johnny Cash song or something.
It's just,
I was 15 and punk rock and didn't have a bass.
Yeah, all those songs about punk rock by Johnny Cash.
Shut up. Alright, fine. Maybe it's not that. What is that?
It was the opposite of a sigh.
A sharp inward breath.
Yeah, sharp inward breath. It feels kind of good.
And the last thing I want to mention for podcasts before we start talking about Twitch shit is Extra Normal, because I've introduced you to Extra Normal.
And I've been thinking about them a lot.
Yeah. If everybody listening out there in Radioland, if you haven't already, I need you to go to YouTube and Google Extra Normal, all one word with no E. So XTRANORMAL.
Yep.
What it is it's a website where people can go on and choose characters and a set and type up a script, and then those characters will speak that script on a set with text-to-speech. And it's supposed to be like a fun thing for if you are making movies, you're a kid and you want to make a movie about my first day at school, or teacher has a question, That's what you're supposed to make with it. But what ends up happening is you get the world's most passive-aggressive thing. It's people who hate their retail jobs or just the companies or their families or something. They hate something, and they get online and build this straw man of a character so that they can voice out all of their inner monologue of hatred for these people in text-to-speech form. And it's just fucking brutal.
It has to be extremely therapeutic too. I feel like it's a really intimate look into some people's shitty lives that they would not share,
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
You meet somebody at a party and you're like, "Hey, what do you do?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, I work for, a corporation or whatever." It's like, "Oh no, here's what I really do. I have to deal with this guy."
Yeah.
It shreds me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's so stark and honest, for as bleak as it is. It feels real, like poetry, like real blood on the page poetry, where these people are just saying all the things that they can't say.
Yeah.
And
because they're good people.
Yeah, and
that's the whole thing is that they seem so reasonable. It's just an outlet. It's a weird outlet, and it's great.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's like I feel like you start dealing with the same problems over and over again in an occupation. And certain things start to become really obvious to you, and then you think everyone else is stupid. People are saying, what kind of cheese do you have at Subway? And he's like, it's on the list right there.
Yeah.
It's like, to have to say that half a dozen times on your first day of work, you'd just be like, oh, okay. But, by 6 weeks in, you're going to be like... And then again, someone's going to ask me where the fucking cheese menu... It's right there, dude, next to the bread menu. I don't know,
you're wiping crazy. It down every night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, there's that kind... I feel like you have to take it all with a little bit of a grain of salt.
Sure.
But...
they're still fun.
And also to be so furious that you do that. It's like real work. I don't know how long it takes to make one of those Extra Normal videos. As long as it takes you to select 3 things and then type stuff?
Oh, it's got to be way more than that. Because I've seen ones where the editing is really bad. And, the pacing's super off.
Oh, yeah.
But then I've seen ones where, there are pauses and, camera shifts and stuff. And
oh, yeah.
But I think it's more just, getting familiar with the program they use. But definitely there is a skill level. I saw a few in a row that were by the same woman who is a nurse. And it was all about, crazy patients.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one was really choppy, and the second one was better, and the third one was, pretty polished.
Oh, so she was, learning to use the Extra Normal suite a little better every time?
Yeah.
That's
the
cool.
First one was really choppy. Yeah, she 3 videos, she nailed it.
You should show... Wait, do you remember... Nah. We'll have to go find that trilogy, and you can...
Yeah. I'll point it out.
Let's move into the stuff we're doing with Twitch now and what we've been doing for the year. The real meat of this episode.
Yeah, fun video gaming.
Yeah. So if you don't already know, and you should, I feel like we mention it a lot, or if we don't, then you should have said something about us not mentioning it enough. Guys, where are you on that one? But we do. We have a Twitch channel. We're on it every week. And I've been making a bunch of changes, iterative improvements to that over the last few weeks, really. And I've got a bunch of time coming up here to be making even more. But we now have a donation button for whatever reason. No one was screaming for the donation button, but I feel like it's putting out a tip jar. It's just
yeah.
I guess, if you want to...
Some people have more money than sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's there. And that actually wasn't that tough to set up at all. And then I've also set up. I've been back in Discord a lot, so I set up a chat room specifically for the Discord. Or I mean, for the Twitch channel.
That's great.
Discord chat. So if you're in Discord, you can find the link at least in the bio on the Twitch channel. I guess I can probably put a link to the Discord in today's episode description. But yeah, come on by that and hang out or whatever. I'm not on it all the time, but I'm on it sometimes.
That's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
He guarantees he's on it. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, some of the times. And we've also, the biggest bit about this, of course, is that we got in with the streaming network, which I mentioned very briefly at the end of the podcast last week.
We're in.
Yeah, well, yeah. And
double guns.
And I started talking with them and working with them, or talking about working with them.
Yep.
So hopefully here in the near future, we're going to have stuff coming out of that. There's like 14 of us now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see that coming along. So again, if you go back over the Twitch channel, we'll probably be hosting one of them if we're not streaming ourselves at the time. We're getting ready to have Commander Ty come down this way, play some stream games.
Great.
Probably console games, probably PS2, maybe Mario Party 2. I don't know how easy it is to set all that different stuff up, but I guess they get the signals. They get the same signal, right? Like N64 and PS2, they're interchangeable.
Sure.
Like if you can plug in a PS2, shouldn't you be able to plug in an N64 because it's just RCAs?
Yeah. Where are we getting Mario Party 2?
What? I didn't say Mario Party 2.
Yeah, you did.
I know, I said PS2 and maybe Mario Party, 2, as in also.
Oh. So you did say Mario Party 2.
I mean, yes, but not
okay,
the
moving right along. I swear
it's
to God.
the next Who's on First. No. Mario Party, 2. When are you getting Mario Party 2? Wait, you're getting Mario Party? Yeah, you just said you're getting Mario Party 2. I'm not getting Mario Party 2.
I could get it. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it is. A lot cheaper than 3. It's fucking ridiculous.
I want 3.
3 is apparently the good one.
It's the good one, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we also got a new guy on the team today, I think. I mean, last Monday. Who's a D&D guy, and we're talking about getting a D&D game together, probably online Roll20.
Oh.
And that should be good. I know that, I mean, well, you and I, we did the Lasers and Feelings thing all year.
Yeah.
God, maybe we should talk about that before we talk about fucking all the stream stuff.
We did that.
We did do that.
That was fun.
Yeah, so, no, don't let me get off track. Dungeons and Dragons stuff. We're probably going to do that with the PNW people. And if you want to go follow them or check out what they're doing, go do that through here. Links in the description. Links in the description, everybody.
What class should I be?
In Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Are you going to commit to the Dungeons and Dragons game? Because
I don't even know what that means.
Well, if we're doing it on Roll20, it means probably something similar to the Monday Nights at Funbase Alpha, except probably for longer stretches of time on a different day. You know, it'll be like 4 hours once a week or something. I don't know what they want to do, what their schedule is like.
Honestly, I'm very interested.
Okay.
I would love. I'm all about trying new role-playing things.
Sure. But yeah,
and other things just in general.
Yeah, trying things. Speaking of trying things, that's all we did on our Twitch channel this year, pretty much.
Good.
It was a long, mostly disgusting buffet of weird video games.
You ever hear that Edison quote?
Something about light bulb.
No, not that one.
Light bulb.
The other one.
You have to perspire to try.
What is that? What he said?
I don't think it is.
Okay, because it's like what? It doesn't really make much sense. If you're not sweating, you're not trying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess so.
That's like go big or go home.
But what about like math? You know, like
you're telling me you don't sweat when you do math?
I do, but I mean, I'm sure like somebody else wouldn't. Or what if you worked out with Zambonis and it's just really cold all the time when you're working? Still doesn't, you could be trying pretty hard.
Don't you usually bundle up when you're in someplace really cold like that?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, then wouldn't it stand to reason that you're still going to sweat if you work?
Well, you're sitting in a chair. You're driving.
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you.
So a year in review.
Yeah, we're actually at half an hour, so I feel like now it's a good time to switch over to the year in review. We played 22 and a half games.
Is the half game Minecraft?
It is. Because we played it, but I mean, we were already playing it like a shit ton. And I think we should start from the beginning and just talk about each one a little bit.
Great.
All right. I even, for all you watching out there in TV land, have pulled up some video.
Oh, wow.
For us to play in the background like it's the news time. So give me just a second and let my computer make some popcorn.
Oh, this is great.
Edit this part out.
Through the magic of television.
Number 1. Seduce Me. This is the first thing we ever did at Funbase Alpha.
I remember this.
What did you think of Seduce Me the Atome? Well, let's say what it is first. It's a dating sim.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
A dating sim where you are a lucky lady. Well, not so lucky your grandpa dies. But, you know, lucky because you get to serenade 5 incubi, right? Is that how you'd say that?
Yeah, incubi.
Great.
They're like sexy demons.
Yeah. Sandy. That's what we named her. With the weird hand.
Yeah, Sandy with the weird hand.
Sandy with the weird handy.
Not she. This game was terrible. It is
arguably the worst. I mean,
very
seriously.
arguably the worst.
God, that was a. Oh.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I haven't played a lot of other like visual novels, so it's difficult for me to really.
I have is the thing back in like middle school when they were all the rage on Newgrounds.com.
Yeah, so I mean,
they can be okay.
Okay, maybe you have a better scope for this than I do, but I just. This one was super dull, and like the art was kind of amateurish and everything. It seemed like a one-person passion project, maybe using Visual Novel Maker or whatever it was, and I didn't enjoy myself. The pacing was awful. The characters weren't interesting. It made a great time for you and me. You guys go watch the episodes of it. I don't think I've made a supercut of this one, but.
I had fun, but not because of the game.
Yeah,
so.
I had fun hanging out with you and like making fun of something.
Watching them fly off to the side like crazy vampires.
Dude, the shit was ridiculous.
Yeah. Plus, it takes like 3 full hours to even get introduced to the cast of characters you're supposed to be dating.
Yeah, I broke this one up. This is the first stream I pitched over to the YouTube also, and I was breaking them all into I think 15, maybe 20-minute episodes. There's like 8 episodes of this that we did, and we still didn't get to anything that resembles like the beginning of the game. Like if there was a dating mechanic where you had to like meter someone's love up and down or something depending on dialogue, we never got to it. Yeah. It was just like we still had just barely met all 5 of the incubi, and I mean we weren't speedrunning the game or anything, but fucking Christ, like pacing, people. Pacing is so important. I feel like pacing is really overlooked in a lot of, especially like role playing and story. Like, just because you're telling a story and your game is like already walk around bullshit or read a book with voice acting and bad artwork, then you should still be able to have pacing where it's like.
Yeah, I know but I mean, come on.
Yeah, maybe I'm expecting too much of.
This game was definitely designed by one very lonely person.
Mm-hmm.
Who wanted
I think
to
we
date
also
incubi.
I think we also got it for free. I think this was a free to play. So
looking
there's
a gift horse right in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Spelunky.
Oh yeah.
This is a fucking awesome game. Spelunky, for everyone listening out there who doesn't already know, is a 2D platformer couch co-op video game where you go through levels one by one and try and survive to the end, I guess is the goal, or maybe you're a treasure hunter.
Yeah, I think you want to get to the end.
Yeah, which is incredibly... it's like... The thing I really like about this game is, despite being very cartoony and cutesy and everything, it's so unforgiving. Like, you fuck up, sometimes that's just the end for you.
Yeah.
You're like whipped, and then you fall down, and you get hit by a spider, and then you land on some spikes, and you're fucking dead. And there's no start over, or there's no continue. You just got to start over from the beginning. And I feel like that really invests me into my individual decisions in any given run.
Yeah.
It's like it makes all my choices seem a little more meaningful, that the game doesn't really cut me any slack. I don't know, what do you think of this game?
It was good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, it's a good game. It's kind of hard for me. I don't know. I realized through this past year that I'm not the greatest gamer.
Oh, you don't say.
I don't say.
Would you say you're the greatest gamer in this house?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
I'm just curious.
I mean, you beat that one boss that one time, remember?
No.
And I was like, oh, I can't beat the boss. And
oh, yeah, no, we'll get to that game. We will get to that game, actually. And I think that one maybe will better demonstrate that I'm actually, like, why I'm, like,
the superior
a gamer. I don't know. I was actually, after watching I watched a couple of videos about gamer culture or whatever yesterday, and I kind of realized that gamer as a term is fucking infuriating to me. Like, anyone who is willing to reference themselves, like, really embrace, like, I'm a gamer. It's like, if you like video games, if you love video games, that's fine. But if you love movies, that's also fine. But if you're one of my friends and you tell me that you're a cinemaphile, like, I think it's kind of dumb that you say, like, well, as a cinemaphile, or I'm the best cinemaphiliac in this household.
Yeah, but I mean, what does it take to be a cinemaphile? Do you have to
watching a lot of movies, maybe reading some books, and thinking critically about things both in storytelling and in, like, cinematography, and
probably have to see, like, all of the good old movies too.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is, like, to say you're a cinemaphile makes me automatically assume that you don't think people are real movie watchers unless they've seen all those old things, much in the same way that a lot of people, if they were like, I'm a gamer, it'd be like, oh, but have you even played Super Nintendo? Have you even played NES? Do you have any idea how hard original Nintendo games were? No, you don't.
Yeah, I played
you're not
Vanilla
a gamer.
WoW.
And it's like, fuck off, like, gatekeeper mentality is fucking stupid. But Spelunky, I put this game towards the top 5. It might be in my top 5 for the year, for games we played. Because, I mean, it's fun. It's got a ton of replayability because of the procedural generation. And it's 4-player couch co-op multiplayer, which is, like, my mantra. 4-player couch co-op multiplayer every time. If you've got that, I'm willing to give your game a shot. And I think we rated these games. We might have still been in the shape rating system here, but I don't know what our rating was for this game itself. Also, I don't... Oh, this is one of the ones that I fucked up. The volume is all fucked up. This is when we were first learning how to stream.
Oh.
So, like, the first hour of this particular episode, we watched... Or the first half of it is really quiet, and the second half of it is way too loud.
Nice. Can you blend them together and just...
have them both playing simultaneously and let them, like, balance it
out?
out? No, that just...
Fight it out.
I mean, I could try. I'll keep an eye out for that on the YouTube channel, where I turn the opacity to 50% on both playthrough episodes, and then the soundtracks go together. What do we have next? Up next we have, I have to find it. Oh, crap.
This guy.
I tried to open all the tabs and it, like, crashed my browser. What do you want from me?
Professionalism.
Okay, well, when I start making money doing this, I'll be professional. Next up is Chronicles of Mystara.
Really? That was number 3?
It was number 3.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
So for everyone watching, or I'm sorry, everyone listening that can't see the video playing in the background right now, Chronicles of Mystara is actually originally an arcade tower.
It is.
That we saw just recently.
In real life.
In real life. And it is essentially a beat 'em up, Streets of Rage style game, Turtles in Time style game where you're just questing as one of 4 classes. 4 classes? Are there more than 4?
What's Turtles
Maybe
in
5.
Time?
It's a Ninja Turtles game where you go through time.
All right, whatever.
TMNT4, Turtles in Time, or something like that. Anyway, Gauntlet. Chronicles of Mystara is a 4-player arcade tower style beat 'em up game based on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
Actually, and as unwieldy and unfamiliar as some of the elements in it felt like, right here they're showing the way that you switch items and stuff. I liked this game. I enjoyed playing this game. Why?
Felt horrible.
Why'd you hate this game? No, tell me, why'd you hate this game? What do you mean felt horrible?
It felt horrible. It felt like, I don't know, not... But what do you mean, why? Is this a good game? This game holds up?
Well, when you say it felt horrible, like the controls were?
Yeah, I felt like my hitbox was... Their hitboxes are tiny. Mine was like tiny. You had to line up perfectly to get hits on them. I don't know. I never really played this kind of game. I jumped in like a couple years after.
Right. Yeah.
This.
And I think this is one of the things that we discovered this year in playing is that really, I mean, this, Lost Castle, a lot of the different stuff we played, I love beat 'em up games. They're one of my favorite genres of game. They're the kind of games that I really grew up playing. Is like stuff like this would be like, hey, friend that wants to couch co-op, do you want to spend 3 hours just like mashing punch on Streets of Rage and we can just sit here and beat up guys? That, I don't know, it's brainless. I agree with you there. I mean, this game, especially if it's an arcade game, was probably mostly designed to just eat people's quarters and look nice.
We died a million times.
We did, but we had infinite continues, so. But I do agree with you that, especially compared to like modern fighter games, like isometric view type stuff, the hitbox kind of stuff in these games is really infuriating, or can be. It's kind of trying to like line up 2 pieces of paper, but you don't actually, see them from the correct angle.
Yeah.
I didn't think that the item system or the treasure, like most of it felt really shitty, like the shop and all that.
The shop was horrible.
Yeah. But I still enjoy the game just because it's Dungeons and Dragons and it's a beat 'em up, and those 2 things are things I love, and now they're better together, slightly.
Classic.
So I wouldn't put this game in my top 5, but it's definitely one that I enjoyed, and I would have gladly played the next 2 stories or whatever that they have built into the Chronicles of Mystara remaster that we played.
If I were to make a D&D character, could I somehow have a special glass flute?
Yeah, absolutely you could.
That'd be sweet.
A glass flute, that's it? That's all it's just a glass flute?
Well, it's special to me.
But it doesn't have any powers or anything, it's just a flute that happens to be made of glass?
Yeah, it has the power to amuse you around a campfire.
Okay, no, absolutely. I could see a ton of DMs being so okay with you having that right from the beginning at first level.
Oh, sweet. But only that. I'm naked otherwise. Just me and my flute.
Where do you keep your flute?
I carry it.
Okay.
It's fragile.
Next game was Gauntlet.
Oh, man, the Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet Slayer Edition remaster from, I don't know, sometime in the 2000s or something.
This game was so bad.
You were so mad about this game.
I'm still currently pretty upset about it. I was really looking forward to playing Gauntlet. The new Gauntlet. Oh boy, there's a new Gauntlet, and you were like, hey, guess what we're playing tonight? It's Gauntlet, and it's like, whoa, crazy. I love those games, man. And then what is this? This is not right. There's something very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if you set this next to all the other Gauntlets, it does seem like it's trying to take itself way too seriously.
Oh, and the range was so OP.
The range? Oh, the ranged attacks?
Yeah, like if you weren't the archer, you were always getting hit constantly.
Oh, that's a load of bullshit. I mean, we can go back and watch even the supercut where it's like, the Archer's the Valkyrie is so bad, I'm dying all the time, and this is a dumb game, and I hate this game. And then I'm like, do you want to switch? And you're like, yeah, fine. And then you get the Archer, and you actually do better with him because he has the ability to drop bombs that I wasn't really using, and you have a range attack, which was suiting you better. But I immediately just, like, re-optimized the Paladin's ability to contribute to the game with my playstyle. I was just
But did you like the game?
No, I did. I mean, I didn't hate the game, but I had no desire to continue playing it. My complaints about the game, because I don't have the immediate bias of saying like, oh, it's Gauntlet. I love Gauntlet, and I want it to be Gauntlet. And if it's not Gauntlet, I'll be upset. I didn't care about that. Like, if this is how they wanted a gritty Gauntlet reboot, so be it. They can have it. But what I had a problem with in this game is there was a lot of stuff that they didn't explain that was really critical to what was going on. Like the fact that I had my shield and it had that like deflect power. I don't know if there's like a one-player tutorial you're expected to go through with every character on all their powers, but there was no on-screen tooltips. There was no tutorial zone that taught you about all your different fucking abilities. There was no explanation of the death coin system that we spend like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes cumulatively across 2 hours being confused about, where we're just like, why can't I respawn? What do I need to do to respawn? What are these skull... Like, it just didn't add up, and all we really needed was them to kind of stick them together in, like, a sentence. And it'd be like, oh, okay, we want death coins, or we want, like, kill coins so that we can respawn. And I don't know, it's on par with, like, Sacred 3, which we played later in the year, and that game wasn't especially good either. And that's the thing about this, is it's just not especially good. It was just... I mean, it's like a Unity... This is giving you... This is like stressing you out watching this video.
It's like, God, I remember this. I didn't enjoy this at all.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What a disappointment.
Whatever. Yeah, it was bad. I'll go ahead and put that one... Well, gosh, no. I don't know if I can put it in the bottom 5, because there were some real bad ones that we haven't even.
This was the most disappointing, but it wasn't the worst by any means.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. It was for 2016 Funbase Alpha, most disappointing game of 2016 for us, because we played it 5 years after it came out. It's Gauntlet Slayer Edition.
Well, it just gave me some perspective and reminded me expectation management's a good thing.
Would you like to speak briefly on your attempt to play through BioShock?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know.
I saw something recently that basically said, I was watching a YouTube video by somebody, and it basically said, BioShock's fucking terrible, it's a terrible game, but the story in the world are so goddamn cool that you're willing to play through the terrible game to see the rest of the story. And I think I kind of agree with that. It was just not... It's not a fun game. It's not a rewarding game. The gunplay was terrible. And the whole, like, respawn with no penalty thing makes you completely uninvested in any combat, because you just respawn with no penalty, run back to where you were, and kill some more guys.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the setting of the game. The whole, like, underwater, weird Victorian shit. You know, it's cool.
Yeah.
The combat felt really bad, though.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. All right, how about Vertical Drop Heroes?
I like Vertical Drop Heroes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it's like a free game, right? Or very cheap.
I think I got it in a bundle, so yeah, cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It kind of reminded me of like a really, really good phone game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was the deal. It's like a Flash game originally, Vertical Drop Heroes is. And then the HD release is... like, they released it on Steam as an HD thing, because it was just a browser game that people liked enough to buy. So, Vertical Drop Heroes is a game you can get on Steam, or maybe you can find it in a browser, I don't fucking know. You basically play a procedurally generated hero, who enters a procedurally generated pit, where he must find the procedurally generated exit.
Yep.
And progress on and on until you get to the end of the game. I don't know what happens at the end, because we didn't get anywhere near there. I think maybe we got to level 3. Because the game is fucking hard, because the combat sucks.
Yeah.
You auto-attack when you stand near a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that. And hitboxes were hard to discern.
Yep.
And I don't know. I feel like this game, though, because of the procedural generation thing, you spend more time with it and you'll start to learn all the different powers and weapons and how they interact with each other, and then wait for them to procedurally generate you a hero with a good build.
Yeah.
And then you'd really be able to take that somewhere. I think that is how you'd be able to extract the most joy out of playing vertical drop heroes, or at least the most success.
The most success.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be the most fun just to kind of bomb down.
Oh yeah, like a speed run.
I guess.
Speed run it.
I mean, honestly, there's really like not a whole hell of a lot to it. Just go down, kill some enemies, find the exit. What are there like? Yeah, I'm seeing some keys and treasure chests, but I don't think there's a whole lot. Lingering isn't. Well, they're really doing something right there. They're just blowing stuff up. Very cool. Yep, fun game.
Yeah, I disliked this game. I was complaining the whole time we were playing this game. I have to give this one a thumbs down.
Yeah, you were complaining.
Not fun. I did not like. I didn't have fun playing this game. It was. I mean, like the fucking.
That's fine. It wasn't the greatest game.
Gauntlet. I had fun playing Gauntlet mostly because you were so upset and I was able to be the measured voice of reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so bad. Come on, we can fight a little more. But this was the exact opposite. Where it's just like, this game's garbage. I wish we'd never played this game. Why did I agree to play this game? And you were just there like, oh, come on, man. Like, this is the ride we're riding. No sense in fighting it now.
Yeah, we already strapped in.
Vertical Drop Heroes, though, overall rating, not fun.
I give it a Hershey's chocolate bar out of fudge. Yeah.
I can't believe that one was so far back. It seems like...
way
only yesterday. Ago. Alright, next after Vertical Drop Heroes was Scribblenauts Unlimited. Give me your Scribblenauts rundown.
Hated it.
What? Fuck you. You loved this game.
Yeah, this was a great game.
This was one of the only games that we actually came back to and played for 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
3 more episodes. Oh, and again, if you don't already know, I assume that anyone listening to this is Googling along so that they can see pictures. And if you're not, way to be low-effort fan. Scribblenauts is a game. It's for children, and grown men play it too sometimes on the internet. And you play this character who's trying to save his paralyzed sister who fed a rotten apple to a mean wizard, and he cursed her with petrification.
Yep.
So now you've got to collect a bunch of stars by using your magic notebook that can manifest literally anything. Well, not literally anything, but basically anything out of thin air.
Yeah.
And you use that to solve puzzles. This is a fucking brilliant game. I love this. I mean, I think that the success of this series has been a testament to like how great an IP it is.
You would have to be a real asshole not to get extreme enjoyment from this.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It is. It's fun. You can. I mean, it's wacky. It's zany. You can like really use your imagination.
Yeah,
it feels good to like flex your imagination.
It really does. So I don't have a single bad thing really to say about this game. The controls aren't great, but I think that originally this game was designed to be played on the DS, and when you played on the DS, the way that you would move is you would just hold the stylus or maybe tap the stylus where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
No, it was you would hold the stylus and he would run towards the stylus.
Mm-hmm.
And, they needed you to have the stylus out a lot to be doing typing and everything, so that's why they wanted you to control it with the stylus, and it made sense. And on this one, it caused me a little bit of a confusion because we were playing it on the PC with a mouse and keyboard, and I didn't understand, like, that didn't translate the same for whatever reason to me right away. But beyond that, there's really nothing but good things to say about this game. Fun for people of all ages, very family friendly and creative and zany and sometimes even a little smart.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you get to make your own fun. This game can be more fun the more you're willing to make it fun for yourself by being zany and thinking outside of the box. I mean, if you wanted to speed run through a Scribblenauts game with just like, oh, get past this guard Cthulhu, get past this, big rock Cthulhu, like black holes, nothing but Cthulhu throwing black holes left and right. That's what I want. and put me in invincible armor with a jetpack.
I love the jetpack. That was cool.
Yeah, the black holes. Yeah, and you just start to lean on those like optimal strategies because it's easy and it gets results.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're willing to have fun with it and step outside of the box and try weird shit, like we ended up doing a lot of the time, then this game is fucking amazing. So good job, Scribblenauts Company, whatever they were.
Either way, it's good.
I rate this one fun. Scribblenauts fun.
Yeah. Fun out of fun.
Yeah, you get a fun out of fun. What is our next thing? I have to have this big gap because, as I said before, having too many things open all at once is crashing my computer.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense if you're listening at home. Sorry. Next up, we have Hammerwatch, actually.
Hammerwatch was a game.
Did you like... Well, I mean, did you like Hammerwatch?
Whoa, look at that. It's got us in the thing.
I know. Do you... Do you remember Hammerwatch?
Yeah, I remember Hammerwatch. It was the game that felt like it should be procedurally generated, but it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was great.
For the uninitiated, Hammerwatch is a maybe as many as 4. I think it might just be 2-player. Top-down dungeon crawler game where you have to run through hordes of bugs and bats and what was the other thing that we saw a lot of?
Slimes?
Slime? What? Was it slimes? Yeah,
Scorpions?
lots of mobs, lots of big mobs. And make it to the end. It's got some puzzles going on.
Light puzzles.
Yeah, light puzzles. Well, most of the puzzles were just fucking annoying because it was like, make sure you don't miss any of the 6 switches throughout the entire level, and if you get to the door and all the lights aren't on, you have to go run around, look for the switch you missed. What a puzzle. What a brain teaser. It's like, no, that doesn't require intelligence. That requires diligence. Yeah. But, yeah, Hammerwatch, I like this game. It feels good is the thing. It's like the controls were tight. The classes were fine. Like, I had fun playing this game. I didn't really appreciate the dungeon design that much, but beyond that, you know, if it had been procedurally generated, I think it would have been real good.
Well, yeah. I completely agree.
Well,
the only thing I didn't like was that it kept starting out and it was the same little intro bit over and over again.
Do we want to give this one a fun or a not fun?
No, I wouldn't play it again. Just, I feel like there's so many games like this out there that they should have just known better.
I'd play this again. I mean, that's kind of the swing of it, is that while it's not procedurally generated, they have these structured maps. The maps are pretty challenging, and, you know, with practice, you would be better and more consistent in doing them well. So maybe that's the thing about it, but yeah, I don't know. We got to, I think, as far as the first boss door in this game, the first real boss door.
Yeah.
And I remember having this sense in my gut, like, this boss is going to be really hard, and we're going to get really mad. We hadn't even fought him yet, and I was already just, like, dreading how shitty the boss fight was bound to be, because everything up to that point had been, like, not impossible, not, like, hard for difficulty's sake, but just fucking, like, exacting. They're just like, you need all 6 buttons. You have to go around the huge dungeon and find the 6 buttons in the secret rooms, and they're like, we don't tell you about how to find secret rooms, really. Well, I guess there was that one guy in the robe that tells you how to find secret rooms. Not important. Anyway, the difficulty in here was the curve was too steep, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to give this one a fun. I would play this again if somebody wanted to sit down and play it.
All right. Good show.
I mean, no, really. You set this against Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which we just started playing.
Yeah.
You like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance more than this? Because they're like the exact same thing.
They are.
But, I mean, I guess this one you don't get loot is the main thing.
Yeah, they're still pretty similar.
That's difficult to forgive for me, for games. Actually, that's my main complaint about Dark Alliance, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, is that while you can put on armor and weapons and it customizes all that stuff, they give you 3 characters and you don't get to choose their class or race or gender.
Or name.
Or starting equipment, or like weapon specialization, or anything.
Oh, you gotta choose the class.
Well, you get to choose one of 3. Thank you. You get to choose one of 3 characters who already have a race, gender, and class.
Yeah.
You can't be like a fighter that is one of the 3 characters. You know.
I do. That's classic old gamey stuff.
So next up we have Capsized.
Oh my god.
You remember Capsized?
I do.
Capsized is a game where you play as an astronaut who has crash landed on an alien planet, and he has to retrieve his crewmates and repair their ship so that they can make their way home or wherever the fuck they were going. It's a side-scroller, 2D side-scroller, features a lot of gunplay, and features a gravity whip mechanic where you're sort of grabbing things like in, what's that goddamn stupid grappler guy's name? Bionic Commando?
Oh, I loved Bionic Commando. I had him for Game Boy.
Okay. Well, sort of like that, where you're just grabbing things and flinging yourself around. I don't know how much it's like. I feel like Bionic Commando was just like... And
yeah, it was.
Like the hook shot. It was more like a hook shot. But Capsized, it's also got co-op. I'm not sure if you can go 4 players. I think you might be able to. But definitely at least 2. Look, there's us jumping around.
It also didn't have a dedicated jump button.
Yeah, there was no dedicated jump button. It was up on the movement stick, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which...
Not crazy about that.
It's one of those things that really... I don't know, this is one of those games that I'm willing to forgive a lot of what I dislike about it because it's a smaller game that's trying something really new that they don't know if people are really going to like. You know, you've got this gravity gun mechanic and no dedicated jump button, and that immediately, viscerally, is just like, ew, I don't like this game.
Yeah.
But I think as I played it more and got accustomed to it, it's not that jarring, and it doesn't really affect gameplay. And it is a cool mechanic, like the gravity gun in and of itself, whipping around on the stage and pulling rocks and moving objects to get through puzzles and moving enemies and stuff. That's all really cool. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game that you're not going to find in other 2D platformers. You're not just jumping on bad guys' heads or sliding under, you know, like dash slide. We've seen that a bunch of times. Wall jump, we've seen that a bunch of times. But gravity gun, that's not a thing most games have. And I like playing. I played this before you and I ever played it, and I played a lot farther through than you and I did.
Yeah.
That might actually be part of it too, is that when we were playing this 2-player, there may have been camera issues.
It was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, generally it seems like 2-player games that are not very specifically 2-player by design tend to have camera framing issues where, you know, even if it's something like this where it seems like they're locked in place, you're now over here on the side of the screen rather than being on the center of the screen, and you've got your vision limited in a weird way that makes it more difficult than it really needs to be.
2-player problems.
Yeah. But Capsize, I'm going to give Capsize a fun.
Yeah, no, I think that it was probably one of the better games we played, but it just was...
Are you giving it a fun?
It would be fun for somebody who's a more serious gamer than me.
Do you think this game's fun?
Yeah.
All right, 2 funs up.
Yeah, sure.
Capsize. Everyone likes it. You heard it here.
Mm-hmm. It's the greatest.
The next game that we had on our list was Pokemon Uranium.
Oh.
This is the other game that we actually managed to play more than 1 week in a row. And
that was
it was great.
You played it.
Well, I played it. But I mean, you were there.
I named Craig.
Things happened. You were there. There's your forehead. We can all see. We all see the things.
Oh yeah, there I am.
Pokemon Uranium is a Pokemon fan-made game. It was spent, I think, 7 years in development, and then got released for free.
Yep.
And then got taken down for free too.
Sure, didn't have to pay a cent.
And was up for maybe 3 days, but getting taken down. It had already been downloaded, I think, 2 million times, something like that.
It's
And
out.
we all know how the nature of the internet is. You know, if you accidentally upload a photo onto your Instagram for 1 second and you're a celebrity, that photo has now been copied onto mirror websites 100 times already. Like,
Sure.
it's out. People are like robot watching you or whatever. But Pokemon Uranium, I managed to get it when it was out from the developer's site or whatever, and this game is a fucking blast. I was so impressed.
So was I.
And I think that the best distilled description I'd heard of it was, I asked someone who hadn't played it if they had, and they said, no, I haven't played Pokemon Uranium yet, but given how vicious Pokemon fans tend to be, the fact that I haven't heard anything about how it's total garbage yet after it being out 2 days makes me think it must be pretty decent. And as condemning as that is of Pokemon fanboys, I agree 100%. Like, I haven't heard anyone be like, Pokemon Uranium. I mean, okay, some of the Pokemon are pretty stupid. They look pretty stupid.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even if, I don't know, they just, yeah. 2-person team, 7 years of work. You two, I'm here to tell you it was worth it.
Oh, it's criminal that this didn't get more recognition. This game is amazing. It is so polished. It is so good.
Mm-hmm. You could have given me this as a Pokemon game, and barring the weird, non-existent Pokemon, I wouldn't have thought twice about this being a Pokemon game.
Oh, it's better than like Diamond and Pearl and X and Y. It's got like more Pokemon elements than some Pokemon games. It's a really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the graphics are perfect. It's a great blend of different mechanics too. They had like all those different Pokemon games to kind of cherry pick little bits that they liked from each one. The
True.
berry system's really good. I don't know. There's just a lot going on.
Did they take the berry system back out?
Huh? No, they just change it every generation.
Mm.
It's like you have a berry farm, then you don't, then the trees drop in a certain way, then they don't.
Oh, so there's always berries, but they keep fucking with how the berries are done.
And how you get them and how you get more of them and
Right.
yeah. Constantly shifting. And even how they look. Just they can't nail it down.
So yeah, I don't know. Pokemon, if you're watching a thing where we're reviewing like video games we played this year and you don't know what Pokemon is, you're a spy, and this game's amazing and you should get it and report that back to your agency or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm giving this one a big thumbs up.
2 thumbs way funds up.
I can't get my thumbs behind the...
2.
2 funds way up. Go ahead and put them into your coffee cup. Then we're going to move on to a different thing. Oh, hey, look, I forgot to turn off the deal for this one.
See? You get to see the channel. This is a behind the scenes look
Yeah,
at
don't
the
pay
YouTube
attention to what's
channel.
behind the curtain. We're streaming our own YouTube channel.
Pay no attention.
No time to explain.
Oh, look, I've got a mustache and sunglasses in that one.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see the way that our hair and facial hair like changes a little bit, like week by week. But No Time to Explain was...
A bad game.
You didn't like this game?
I could not stand the whole like laser beam jumping. I mean, it was cool. It's cool to jump with the laser beam, okay? But, you know, it's not cool when they make you maneuver like hairpin turns and lava pits with your fucking just the blaster, man. You blast with that thing.
You do. I don't know, this is another game that's got like a weird mechanic that I don't think everyone would like.
I like the mechanic.
That takes some getting used to. But that's just kind of like... That sort of stuff appeals to me. I liked playing this game. It was really fucking hard. And again, this is an example of a game that seems like it was not designed to be played by 2 people at the same time.
Yeah.
I think very specifically this game was not designed for 2 people at the same time. And then when they did the re-release that we played, they added co-op. Everyone was like, give us co-op! And they're like, fine, co-op, I guess. I mean, the game's not designed like this, and the camera's going to shit out on you all the time, and you're going to fuck each other up by blowing away barriers and everything, because we're not redesigning the levels. So, but okay.
Oh yeah, we'd jump on platforms and like one or both of us would destroy parts of the platform, and I'd just fall into a pit. And oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, and then you only need one person to beat the level, so you might as well just have two of you kill yourself immediately.
Pretty much. And I don't know, that's an interesting theme I'm realizing that we had now. There's at least 3 games that we played this year that had 2-player mode that was installed as like really an afterthought to the actual game and the gameplay, but people were like, we want co-op, and they were like, okay, here you go. And I don't think it's worth it. Like, why would... Is it... would it be worth it to fulfill people's co-op demands if the co-op you're going to make for your game is shitty?
No. Next question.
Was No Time to Explain fun?
The first level was fun. Everything after it was actually kind of an ordeal.
Yeah. No, I think I agree.
Like this. Look at this. Oh,
and then fall in the pit? No.
Why didn't whoever just finish the level?
We just started playing. This is like fucking 10 minutes in. This is 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes into our first playthrough of the game. We didn't know yet. We didn't know better.
Oh, yeah, the crab. I did like the weird story, and then all of a sudden you're in the ship, and...
Yeah, the like art... Yeah, where you're time traveling.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. I think maybe I could see myself revisiting this as a 1-player game and trying to play it all the way through. Because it was challenging. It was a game for grown-ups, I felt like.
It was a game for grown-ups, deceptively.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like it.
No. But I'm still going to have to give it a not fun. It's... Uh-oh. Did we crash? Don't crash. I need that recording.
Oh, we're good.
Oh. All right.